What another fantastic day trading. Welcome back to another video. Today, I'm going to show you guys how I was able to make over $510 day trading Nasdaq futures. If you are new here, welcome. Make sure to subscribe. I'm going to start this video off with transparency. I'm going to show you guys that I actually did take this trade. I'm going to show you that this was real. So let's just jump right into that and then stay tuned later on in the video. I'm going to go over the breakdown, what exactly I did, how I was able to make the money, what's going through my mind, what did I see on the charts, and go from there. This right here is Tradeovate. This is where I'm taking my trades and placing them, and then I also use TradingView as well. So I'm going to jump right into this just to show you at the start. This is Tradeovate. I'm going to refresh this on my internet. As you can see, this is the actual website for trading for Tradeovate. I'm not some crazy software engineer, so I don't know how to code all of this. So as you can see, this is the actual website. So one thing that I do love that Tradeovate does is they give you a performance center so you can see all your stats. Now I'm going to show you guys, I did make this money on these 5 accounts. So I have 5 funded accounts right now. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as you can see there. And then these 5, I also place them at the bottom. So when I'm in a trade, I can see my P&L at that time. And then there's my equity right there. So I'm going to show you guys my performance center. This is something that Tradeovate does, like I said, and then I'm going to click here. I can view my trades for the day and previous days and so on and so forth. Like I said, one thing I love that Tradeovate does is give you this. So I'm going to download this PDF. And then as you can see here, this is a breakdown of the trades for the day. Now, really, the most important part is going to be this bottom one. This is going to show you the trades that I took. I know that's why you guys are all here. So as you can see here, I did take 2 trades. The very first one, these were both on micro Nasdaq MNQ. As you can see here, I did use 2 micro contracts for both. So the very first trade that I took, I did take a loss, and then we ended up making that back, as you can see there. So there's the performance center, and then last thing, this was a screenshot that I did take as I made the trade. I'm going to zoom in a little bit as well, so you can see here. You do have my P&L down there. And it's the exact same accounts as you can see there. And then here are the arrows that show where I actually took the trade, got stopped out, re-entered again, and then I closed my position down here at 24,943, as you can see there. So yeah, you can look at this. 772 is how this one account ends. There's my equity right there. If I go back to Tradeovate, you can see here 772, and there's my exact equity. So enough of the transparency. We got that out of the way. Let's get into why you guys are here. You want to see the breakdown and see what I did to make this money. So I'm going to jump into trading view so I can go to replay mode. It's much easier to chart and show you guys exactly what I was thinking. And then now I will say too, this is replay mode. If you're new to trading, please be aware that replay mode, everybody is the best trader on replay mode. So of course this trade's going to work out. This doesn't happen all the time. So please always remember to use proper risk and things like that. So I'm going to go right before the market open, which is 8:30 a.m. my time. That's Central Time. Others could be 9:30 wherever you live. My time is 8:30. So what I see here, I don't see any of the candlesticks right after, as you saw. This is what I'm looking at. I don't have any of this on here at all. I'm going to delete these as well. So as you can see, what I'm thinking, boom, I'm on the charts. First thing I look at, I see this support on, I'm looking at the 15-minute and the 5-minute. I'm just going to stick to the 5-minute for this video, but I see this trend line here. So I go ahead and mark that off. And then I also see this resistance here. So then I go ahead and mark that off. Now I do see that we have a little bit of resistance here. So I marked that off as well. And then I did see that we did have this support right here. So now let's see what happens as soon as the market opens. Boom, there you go. As you can see, we did break this trend line. We were kind of bouncing around. I thought we were going to get long here, but we didn't. And then I thought we were going to get short here, which I actually did enter. So my position, I did take those sells as you saw on this image here. I'm going to pull this back up. You can see I did take these sells as soon as we broke that trend line, and then price action came back up, and then I was stopped out. And that's what you see here. We broke it first, came back up. I got stopped out. So now let's go to the next candle, which is going to be the next 5 minute candle. So as you can see right here, we did break this trend line once again, and I re-entered my position. So I'm going to go back to Tradeovate, where you can see I do have this entry here. I got in, got short, and then I was riding this down. I was in some decent profit. Now, when I was down around here, I was considering closing because I was up $500 a day. Mentally, for me, it's just very good. $500 a day is a very good day. To me, where I'm at currently in my trading journey, some has less, some is less, some is way more. But that was what was going on in my mind. I wanted to close here, and then I saw price action start to come back up, and I really didn't want it to come back up to my entry at all. So I was kind of getting ready to close. I was really on the charts here looking, and then it came all the way back up here, still held strong. I actually went break even, and in my head, I was just like, I'm going to keep this break even. I'm not going to move it at all. I'm just going to let it ride. And that's what I did. I knew I was in a comfortable position. I was on the right side of the market. I was confident in my trade, confident in my abilities and my skills, which you should be too. If you're trading, you should be confident in the trades that you are taking. Know that you are good enough. So that's kind of what was going through my head. Instead of doubting myself, I was bringing myself up, knowing that I'm in a good position. So I held the trade, and then as you can see, we came back down. Now I did end up closing right here, as you saw in that screenshot, at the 24,943 level. I was up, like I said, over $500 a day, and then I just got off the charts and I was completely done. Now, as you can see, if I continue to go, price action continued to dump, and this is current price right now, and it's still way down here. So I'm not gonna lie, I'm feeling the FOMO of this, missing out on it, but I was happy with my trade. And one thing too, if you have been here and you've watched our videos, you know that our take profits are pivot points. So let's see if this trade hits the pivot point, and of course it's going to, because we always preach pivot points and how magnetic they really are. I didn't hold that much. Of course, I know that I do preach that on this channel. I'm a human as well. As soon as I was in that profit, I was close enough to the pivot point. I closed it. Of course, I need to really go break even and then hold it all the way to the pivot point. That just goes to show, even me preaching pivot points, I'm human. Sometimes I'm still going to close and just enjoy the rest of the day. That was really what was going through my mind. If I take this trade and I close the position right now, I'm going to enjoy the rest of my day, which I did. So that's the breakdown. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps. We are going to be opening up our Discord. It's a goal of ours to open it up once we get to 1,000 subscribers. So make sure to hit that subscribe button. It really does mean a lot and helps us out. So again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.